Welcome to another edition of Garageland.
Hey Mike, got your snack pizza ready for you.
Oh, massive. Thanks, Richard.
Anytime, buddy. Just give me a yell if you need another one.
Hey guys, welcome back to Garageland. We've raided a stock car race shed tonight. I'm sitting in a brand new tank that's being built in Hawke's Bay. Great being here tonight, guys, and look at this race car, brand new tank. And I tell you, I've never seen one stripped down as much as this. Just tell us a little bit about it, Bryce.
We brought it pretty much as you see it now. We've mounted the steering, the suspension, the seat, the diff. We've done all that. Firewall. Gonna run V6 Holden. Yeah, and that's basically just a basic tank. Hopefully it's strong.
Off camera before we started filming, you were real excited about this.
Yeah.
Now you're sort of you're a bit overwhelmed maybe.
Yeah.
So, we talked about the double skin on this car, so talk about that too.
The front of the car is actually double skinned. It's actually got your plate with your dishing in it, and then plate welded on top to make it twice as strong as what a normal tank would be.
And it's got an offset motor. We see the motor sitting there ready to go.
Yes.
This is going to be a pretty cool looking car. It's good to see another tank coming back to Hawke's Bay because we haven't really had that many.
No, we've had Beetle, was all I remember. And
Hollyman.
So,
A long time since
But
the one before that. It's years, maybe a decade or more since we last had a good one. And I know you're going to use this a little bit.
yeah, definitely going to use the front bumper. Definitely going to use the front bumper.
Bit of a conflict. Why are you saying that?
Because it means I spend more time here than I do at work.
Definitely going to use the front bumper. Might not be for putting cars in the wall. Might be for getting past cars to win the race. But we'll see when we get out there.
Facebook, you asked what colour that you should have it. It's come back predominantly pink.
Pink.
What do you think of that?
Not too sure on the pink. I don't know how long it'd last on the track being pink. But it might have some pink on it.
Get mistaken for Stacey.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want that.
Now you're a little bit sad to see the old car go perhaps, you know, you said it's still going to be race ready, but you are looking to sell it.
Yes.
Because it's all about dollars, and you know, if you invest the dollars from that into this, you can keep developing this car. But you started out in that car, was it 6 years ago I think it was?
Yeah, about 5 years ago. Yeah, we built this. Started racing it. Wasn't the fastest car on the track, wasn't the best looking car on the track. It was pretty basic. We just spent the 4 or 5 years upgrading things, spending a lot of time on the suspension. That was really all we could do to it, because we didn't have the money.
Suspension's a huge part of it though. If you put the money into the suspension, you can start using the horsepower in the engine.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll be sad to see it go, but hey, it would be good to see someone else buy it and get another stock car on the track, you know, to swell the numbers again even more. The Maulers, you've been pretty much a full-time member of them for the last season or so.
Yep.
You were on the fringes for a while there, but you finally managed to fight your way into the team. Peter Barry, let's talk about that.
The Peter Barry, well, Peter Barry was the first shot at the Peter Barry wasn't the best shot we had.
Fair to say that was pretty bad, really.
It was pretty bad. It was, well, we were embarrassed.
We were
pretty embarrassed.
It was all over.
Yeah, it was all over. We were out for the night, so we were pretty grateful that it rained out. Put our heads together, got into it, wound ourselves up for it, and yeah, we went out there.
So apart from a bit of motivation in between the rain off into the restaging, what did you guys do differently?
I think we were a lot more just into it. We were, yep, we're going to win. We want to win, not just sitting in the back of Beetle's truck having a meeting going, okay, yep, try our best. We're going to go out there, we're going to win. Yeah. And that's how we fought the whole night, that we're going to win.
How's he with motivation? Is he good in the pits, or does he need a kick up with the back end sometimes?
He has a kick up the arse.
He does? That's all right, you can say that on camera, that's fine.
We don't normally see him because he's just running for the hot dog stand.
Chicken and
That's all right, we've got a big
chips. Chicken and
pizza
chips.
Trying to beat George.
Which is sponsored by Chixieland.
Sponsored by Chixieland,
Yeah.
so that's a free feed and a drink on the night.
Yeah, we'll keep the energy up.
Got to keep the energy up, got to keep the motor running.
Okay, I want to ask you, how did you get the nickname Butterbean? Can it be, is it alright to be on camera?
Yeah, it's fine. I got the nickname Butterbean from a guy, Reese Man.
Yeah.
Everyone will know Reese Man, the all-legged man who used to prance around Speedway. Well, just before I started racing my stock car, I was a bit wider, you know, had the shaven hair, and I kind of did look a bit like Butterbean, and I did like to have a little bit of a punch up. And so that's how I got my nickname, Butterbean, and it just stuck with me ever since.
It's not a problem to have an aggressive nature though when you're driving one of these. That's what it's all
Good.
about. You know? You've got to go out and attack in mode. It's a stock car.
Yep.
And that's why you're in the team, because you've proven that.
Yep.
You're not scared to mix it with the big boys. It doesn't matter about reputations.
Still in stock cars.
Did you grow up with Speedway from a little fella onwards? Like, did you always come out with your dad, or how did you get involved?
Yeah, well, I think Dad used to take me out if he didn't want to go drinking beforehand or whatnot, but I think as a kid I grew up at around Speedway and everything like that. Yeah, Dad used to race himself. Street stock first, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, raced the street stock first. Stock car after that.
Had a go.
Yeah. Yeah, so just got into it.
Who
Just
were your
love it.
heroes as a kid?
Bryce Penn.
Yeah.
Always liked Bryce Penn.
Legendary number 61.
Yeah. And then when Shane started racing and he got pretty good, and I kind of loved to watch Shane race. Got a photo album full of his pictures,
Yeah.
everything like that. So,
So your bedroom wall was covered in super stock and stock car pictures?
yep,
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Just getting on, watching videos on tapes that Dad and Chris O'Brien had, everything like that.
And how old are you now?
I'm 23.
23, so you were 6 when I started commentating out there.
Yeah.
But it's just great to see all these kids that grow up hanging around speedways usually end up getting into the sport, you know, no matter what class it is. I did the same. My dad raced solo bikes, so I ended up getting into solo bike racing. I've been hanging around nearly 47 years at speedways. It's just cool to see that, you know?
Yeah, just to grow up, step up, and then into the racing. You know, I've got he's nearly 2-year-old son, and he loves being out here. I can't come out here without him
Yeah.
dragging my jeans behind me.
So 10 years to go.
Oh.
Mini stock.
And there's another mini stock driver.
Talk to Bean.
Yeah, but like you said, Bryce, before, you know, you got other young drivers out there. Look at Stacey Smith.
Yeah,
Michael
I grew
Smith.
up with Stacey and
Grew up
Michael
with them.
Smith. Grew up with them since
Yeah.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now they're both on stock cars as well.
They got kids.
They've got kids
Yeah.
that are nearly going to be stepping up, especially Michael. He's got a boy, and he's older, so not long, and he'll be into it.
A lot of the guys that I grew up with have raced and retired, and their kids are just about retired as well.
Yeah.
So the third generation's just
Coming
about
through.
to come through. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You see that with the Flynns and,
Yep.
and the saloon cars,
It's
the
awesome.
super saloon.
It's awesome, eh?
Yeah, it's a bit like NASCAR, you know, the good old boys with their generations through the NASCAR
Through
rounds
the
in America.
NASCARs, yep.
You know,
Junior,
they're all-
senior,
Yeah,
can't keep up.
junior, yeah. Cool. Well, Bryce, I asked you, you know, we'll come over and we'll talk about your car, and you said to get Aaron over here because he's really the guy that knows everything about it.
Yes, Aaron's my chief engineer. He's the welder. He's got the know-how. So he pretty much comes up with the ideas, tells me what I got to do, and I just do it.
Well, Aaron, we might get you to walk around this car and tell us a few of the technicalities of it. For example, like what motor you're running in it, any of the suspension that you've got in here. Just tell us a little bit about the technical parts of this race car.
I'll start off, we're running a Holden V6, which was originally a KB built V6 and refreshed by CSL. So it has we haven't run it yet, so hopefully it is as good as the old car. We're also changing to an offset instead of straight up the middle, so it'll be a little bit different for us in learning. In the front end, try and keep it as basic as possible, because that way it works, and no point putting flash stuff on if it's not going to work. Going offset's a little bit of a challenge on this. There's not a lot of room once everything's in there. It's pretty tight.
So tell us an advantage of having an offset motor.
Just keeps all your weight to the inside, since you only go one way around the track. It's just with all the weights and everything like that, it seems to work.
And this is a really wide chassis. With the coffin part of this chassis is a lot wider than the other car.
Yep. It is wider, but being offset it's just as hard. Being up the middle is a lot easier than offset is, just with trying to fit everything in, and with clearances for everything. But so far everything seems to be working and lining up to where we want it to.
So you guys have done a lot of the steel work on this too. It wasn't a ready-to-go chassis when you got it.
When we originally got it, it had a front beam semi in it. The arms, we've moved all the arms because nothing worked where it was originally, and it had blocks in there just so we could move it. The wheels fell off a couple of times trying to move it here. That was fun. And then we've just gone from there and added bits in and taken stuff out. We've gone one step forward, one step back at a lot of times, but hopefully every time we need to go back, we're now going forward and don't need to go back again, which will be good.
So with a pretty solid car like the tanks are, hopefully that should cut down on some maintenance as far as the framework goes on these, and you can concentrate on your setups.
Oh, I hope so. The old car used to be plenty of work. Bryce likes using bumpers on that car, so I'm hoping this car is more of a race car than a smash and bash car.
I'm hoping it isn't.
Makes my life a lot easier if it is. We work on the cars pretty much even when it's off season or during the season, easy 4 nights a week. If we've got to do a lot of damage, then it's weekends and every night during the week until it's done. On this new car, we're pretty much at least 4 nights a week, finish at about 8 o'clock and home time.
How many more hours of work have you got before you can get it into a mock-up stage, before you have to start stripping it down again for paint?
With any luck, we're hoping to have it ready for paint by the end of the month. There's still a lot of hours. I wouldn't want to think of how many hours we put into actually building and maintaining even the old car. You put something to plan, but nothing ever goes to how you want it to, or anything like that. You say you want to get this far by this night, but sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, and you can get bogged down on the smallest issue as well, which you can spend a night or two on that, and you've not really made any progress,
No.
Bryce, any idea of the colour of the chassis?
We have a few ideas on the chassis colour and got a few designs ready for the body, but they're yet to be decided. They'll come once we've actually finished the car, I think, then we'll decide on the paint. I think everyone's pretty keen for me to paint it pink. Not too sure.
Maybe just the chassis?
Maybe just a few wheels or something like that.
A bit of a token gesture in there somewhere.
Something.
One of the coolest things about practice day is when the cars turn up and you haven't seen them before, and they got the new paintwork and the new sponsors and logos and everything on them. That, to me, is one of the coolest times of the season.
Yep.
Right, Bryce, this is your mock-up motor down here.
Yep.
What's that?
That's the Falcon motor out of the old flat chassis.
Now, you said that weighs, fitted out, probably about 300 kilos.
Yep,
right?
roughly.
You can see the size of that block, it's massive.
Huge.
Right, now let's go over here. And we'll have a look at the new donk that's going into the tank. And you reckon this is going to save you about 100 kilos in weight?
Yeah, about 100 kilos. It's a lot smaller, just
So,
by looking at it.
nice little engine there. Aaron, got a few specs? Have I dropped you in it?
Yeah, Bryce had them on his phone. All our specs for the motor. Just say it's a 248 KB originally built Holden V6. Hopefully it goes well.
Now you guys were saying it's only done about 7 or 8 meetings, so really it's only just been run in, and it's probably at the right point you buy it and stick it in the car, isn't it?
It's just been refreshed by CSL, but from everything brand new in it was a max of 8 meetings had it done.
We talked about the weight of this car as well. What was the maximum for the stock car again?
1,500 kgs.
And what would this car approximately weigh ready to race?
Ready to race, we're expecting around 1410.
So that really only 90 kilos, you know, and you talk about the difference of 100 kilos to that engine and this one, probably vital that you are running that lighter weight motor.
Yeah, definitely. Having it being tanked, everything's quite heavy, bulky, nice light motor.
You're not sure the horsepower?
Not sure of the horsepower yet. Yeah.
Depends how much you stamp on the loud pedal.
Depends how, yeah, that's it.
Gibson, you're just a general hands-on in this team, but I understand you're building a production saloon at the moment.
Yeah, I'm building a pt4 production saloon, first actual season in Speedway.
How long have you been helping out with Bryce?
Probably, this is my first proper year, but I've been on it since I was pretty much born, really.
So, fair to say you're learning a lot of stuff that you'll be able to translate into your class.
Yeah, a lot. Compared to setup, compared to the saloon is a little bit different, but
Learning how not to do things, maybe?
yeah.
What have you got in the in that production saloon?
The V6 standard,
Yeah.
straight from stock.
And that's a class that Hawke's Bay's trying to get up and running.
It's just started this season.
It's a class that I think we should have. You know, it is a budget class.
It's a class between mini stocks and adults, pretty much.
And that's what's lacking in speedways, because a lot of the kids turn 17 in a mini stock. Parents can't always fund them into a TQ or a super saloon, stock car, whatever.
Yeah.
We lose a lot of them. But if you've got that production saloon with maybe an entry level of 2 to 3 grand or whatever it is, hopefully we can retain a higher percentage.
So far I've worked it out, it's going to be roughly 2.5 to actually have it racing ready on the track.
So we haven't got a full class here at the moment. When will your car be ready?
Start next season pretty much, or end of this one.
Yeah, and then maybe start heading away out of town and get some racing in?
Gisborne's pretty close. Uncle travels away with the saloon car to Gisborne quite a bit, so I'll go with him.
Who knows, in another 6 months we could have 10 of those cars here or more, there's interest.
There's quite a few out there already. Margaret's got one that I know of, and a couple other guys want to build one.
But in the meantime, keep spannering for Bryce and give him a clip around here when he doesn't perform.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I don't know about you, Bryce, but I'm getting hungry with all this talk.
I could go for a pizza.
Funny you should say that.
Hell pizza!
Nice.
Hey Richard.
Hey,
how's it going?
All good? As usual, my timing's bang on.
Bang on.
Always, mate.
I'm just getting hungry.
Yeah. Oh, look, and you've got a nice table there for us to put it on.
Yeah.
I think I'll have another piece of pizza. Bryce! Every time we talk about this car, there's a tear in your eye.
Just a little one.
You know, it is for sale. There's going to be quite a few people watching Garageland that might be interested in buying this car.
Yep. I need it sold, guys. I don't want to sell it. It's a good, fast car. We built it from scratch. It's done me many good favours. I've never been hurt in it. I've won races in it. Unlucky not to win championships, but it's a very good car.
What's the power plant?
Falcon 6, engine built by Steve Cavill. It's pretty basic. It's got cams, bit of work done to the head, and that's about it.
What about chassis?
Flat chassis, made to look like a space frame really. No one really knows it's a flat chassis. Me, Dad, Aaron built it in this shed after work. Once again, it's just pretty basic standard car. Everything just works.
What, put you on the spot, what sort of money would you want for it?
I'm looking at about 16 for it. We put it on the goals for 20, but that was just to put it out there. But I'd be happy with about 16 for it.
And all of that money will go straight into the new car?
Straight into the new car. Buy some new flash bits for it hopefully, get it looking good, just to finish it off really.
It's going to cost a lot for that nice metallic pink paint job anyway.
Yeah, I think pink's quite expensive, so we might have to only do a little bit of pink.
It could be in the bar afterwards.
Could be.
Right, this car, you got big expectations for the coming season.
Yes.
What are your goals?
My goals, I want to win the John Coker Memorial. That's a trophy that my mum and dad donated to the club how many years ago? Not too sure. I think it used to be a Super Stocks A grades used to race for it, and John Coker was Dad's best friend. So I've been close to winning it, and I actually got taken out by Ricky Kuru on the last lap to win the trophy. So that's one I do want to win. Retain the Peter Barry, definitely, and podium finish at the New Zealand Teams Champs.
And where are they this year?
Rotorua.
And that's a track that you like?
I like Rotorua, it's a fast track. Not looking forward to being fed off the tight corner, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
It's possibly inevitable around there because of the egg-shaped nature of that track.
Yeah.
You know, does it require two different? You know, do you have to find the medium setup for that track? You got a big sweeper, you got a tight corner. Where do you head with your setup?
You set your car up for the tight corner, because if you can get in and out of that tight corner as fast as possible, you're going to get in and out of the other corner just as good.
And the New Zealand Stock Car Teams Champs, whereabouts are they?
Stock Car Teams Champs, Rotorua.
Oh, Rotorua as well, yeah.
Yep.
Where's the New Zealand Championship, the individual?
New Zealand's are in Nelson.
Nelson.
Yep.
So you're going to head down there?
See how our funds are going and everything like that, see how the tank's going, and then if all goes to plan, then we do want to go. We do want to go over and give it a shot. Never been to the South Island.
And of course it's pretty tough to even win a Hawke's Bay or an East Coast title.
Yep.
You know, we've got some good pedallers here, especially with the season that we saw last year. One guy just kept on dominating all the way through, winning those 5 championships. That was unreal. And guys like Randall Tarrant, you know, real good young peddler. Still, I think he's still a teenager.
Still a teenager.
He's won those titles already. But I think every Hawke's Bay driver, rider, whatever, to win your local championships is always on your, it's always on your mind. That's the ones you want to win first if you can.
Yep, definitely to win the Hawke's Bay Champs would be what I want to do. I've been close, very close. Last lap, can see the white flag close, and it just hasn't happened for me. So I'm gunning for Hawke's Bay, East Coast. I want a top 3 in those next season coming, and I'll be pretty happy.
And then the Kuru Cup.
The Kuru Cup, yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's really just a prize money meeting.
Prize money's always good.
Prize money's good, but yeah, just to be the Hawke's Bay champ would be good. I'd like to be that. I'd be happy with that for the rest of my career, you know. But yeah.
Well, we want to wish you and all the crew the best of luck for next season. I'm really looking forward to seeing this coming out on the track. Looking forward to see how you end up painting it, what it looks like, because you said that before. One of the coolest things about practice day is when everyone turns up with the new race cars and the new bling and everything. That's the cool part of it.
That's the best part, turning up with a shiny new car. As soon as it hits the dusty pits, it's all over.
Well, there's just one more thing we're going to do tonight, and we always organise an arm wrestle. So we're going to have to pick one of your crew to see who you're going to come up against. Well, I thought Butterbean was a big guy, but look at the size of this dude. So Butterbean, unfortunately, mate, you've got to come up against Jim, but we're going to restrict him with the left hand because you're left-handed. So you got your good arm, he's still got an arm. So get into it and let's see how this goes.
You got big arms.
And you've got to put a lot of effort into this.
He doesn't have to step over the
There's pride at stake here. This is bragging rights through the season as well. Away you go.
You're not even pushing the homo.
You going, Red? Ross. Don't bust that vein. All over.
I've got a recently broken thumb.
Lucky we didn't let him users, good arm. Hey, thanks guys. We've had a great time here in the Cross Race Shed. We'll see you next time on Garageland.